Hey friends, we back with Holistic Whit. Yes, you heard me right. I'm switching it up a little bit. Y'all know I've been doing the snack videos, but I realized over the past couple of weeks that my true passion is holistic healing. So I have a ton of tips and remedies that I would like for y'all to tap in with and check me out. So I know y'all still feel a little bit bloated, right? Either you feel bloated or you just like, oh my gosh, I put on the pounds. Well, listen, I have the remedy for you. Now, I know y'all been seeing those videos of the castor oil in the belly button. This actually works. I'm not even joking with you. And when I bring a tip to you, it's because I actually tried it myself. This is the medical grade castor oil that I have been using. I would suggest using like organic castor oil. So why you would use castor oil in your belly button is that, think about it, when you were in your mother's womb, your umbilical cord was attached through the belly button, her belly button and your belly button. Okay? Like that is the central area where a lot of your like nervous system is, and you know, nutrients just comes through so easily through your belly button. Like just really sit with that. Now, I'm going to talk about the top 5 benefits of castor oil. First one I want to tap into is bloating. Now, this is something that men and women can both use. And again, we all coming off of like Thanksgiving, all that heavy food, processed foods. You probably feel real yucky. Oh, castor oil is a natural laxative. So, number one in using it is going to clear out all that gunk. All that junk you've been eating, that processed food, all that is gonna get cleared out. Try the castor oil in your belly button. I promise you, later that day, probably a couple of hours in, you're gonna be like on the toilet. But it's good on the toilet because again, it helps with gut health. So it's going to clear out all that junk that you don't really want. And it's gonna help with bloating. So if you just been walking around with a whole pouch, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Fellas, you might too, especially if you're a beer drinker. Yeah. Try the castor oil in your belly button. It's going to slim you down because, again, it's clearing out all of that gunk. Number 2 is for period cramps and fibroid/uterine health. A little bit of backstory about me and why I specifically, like, this is the main reason why I started using castor oil, is the fact that I have fibroids. I was diagnosed back in like 2016, 2017, I can't remember. They weren't that big, but I recently got into a car accident in the last year, and you know, they did a full workup, and come to find out it's gotten bigger to the point where it's a little bit more alarming. And then also I've been having like a lot more symptoms. So with the fibroids, especially like when I'm probably a week out from my period, it gets really bad. It's to where I look pregnant. I eat like crazy. Like it's all the symptoms of you might actually be pregnant, but you're really not pregnant. It's your fibroids. And so that was when I started looking into, okay, what can I do about this? Because I cannot keep going on. Try it and see what the hype is about. Girl, if you have any fibroid issues, if you have endometriosis, if you have, what's the other one? PCOS, please, I'm like almost begging you to try the castor oil in your stomach. Like, it is going to help so much. Let me just tell you about how it's helped me. I started doing the castor oil in my stomach about 2 to 3 months ago. I noticed within the next month, and probably before that, but the next month is when I started to notice because I was close to another period. I actually had no tiredness, no nausea. My period came on and I didn't even know. Like, are you listening to what I actually just said, sis? My period came on and I didn't know because I wasn't cramping. That is how beautiful the period was. And it shortened my period. Now, I typically, even with the fibroid issues, have normal regular periods. It lasts for about 4 days, typically. This period lasted 3 days. Yes, I said 3. So not only did I not have cramps, not only was I not nauseous, but it shortened my period. And I had very little pain. Like I felt like a little bit of pressure when it really got into the nitty gritty, like later on in that day, which is typical. Like you usually have pain first, second day if you're having a very normal period. This one, it was like a little bit of pain. And then next day it was like nothing. Even later on that night, nothing. It was like, Like, I had to really look at myself like, is this real? Is this happening? Because girl, I started consistently using it within that month time frame of when I got the period after that. I could actually, there was one time I remember like just sitting, and I feel like I put the castor oil in my stomach and I could feel something like dissolving, and it was in the area that I actually carry the fibroid. So I was like, this actually might have gone away. If it has not completely gone away, it's probably on its way to being completely gone, or it's just shrunk significantly. And I have not been to the doctor to get it checked out, but when I do, I will give y'all an update for real. Number 3, which is hair growth, dry scalp, and dandruff. Now, I know y'all see this new growth, y'all. I have not gotten my hair done. This is going on 4 months, which is real crazy. Castor oil actually helped moisturize my hair, and it helped it grow, like, with the quickness. Like when I say snap of a finger, baby, I was looking up and I was like, dang, when's the last time I got my hair done? Because it couldn't have been that long ago. Like, couldn't have been. I looked and I said, I'm not even at 2 months yet, and this is like 3 months of hair growth. Like, and I can really grow hair, but it's like, now I gotta get my hair done more often. It's good and it's bad, you know. My brows also was filling in. Now, what I will say, if you are having issues with like hair growth, men specifically, I would love for y'all to try it in your belly button again. And see if it helps with your beard growth. And that'll be another video that I'll talk about. Now, number 4 actually taps into what I already talked about with number 1, which is like bloating, but this specifically is for acid reflux and stomach aches. So going to like a diner later on Thanksgiving Day to eat, and this is one that I go to all the time. I don't know what was in the butter, because I had to associate it with the butter. I don't know what I ate, but something had me on the toilet. Like, it was bad. Hey, you know what? My stomach was hurting at the time. I said, let me put some castor oil in my stomach. I put that baby in there. The pain went away. Even like, because you know how you can feel like you about to go to the bathroom again? I was like, all right, don't feel that. But it was like no pain with it. It just kind of like collected itself together and, you know, did what it had to do when it was ready. So I thought that was pretty cool, because that was the first time I tried that, and I was like, okay, it works for this too. Like, dang, what else you got for me? Like, I'm telling y'all, this castor oil is something else. Now, and we're gonna get into number 5, which is the last one, and that is castor oil is anti-inflammatory. Again, if it helps with bloating, that means it's helping with inflammation within the body. And so specifically, if you have any type of like inflamed joints or whatever, pain, swelling, it's gonna help with that. People who have arthritis actually use it topically, like on their hands. But again, I think specifically if you put it in your belly button, it's gonna tackle whatever issue you have in your body. I hope you guys learned a lot today. I could literally go on and on, but I'm not trying to draw this video out. If you have any questions, comment below or even message me. Like, I'm open to having convos about problems that you're having. But next week I will be tackling women's health. So uterine health, I've talked a lot on that, but I'm going to reiterate it in other things that you can use for your periods, cramps, or just overall uterine health. Wednesday I will be dropping a video. And again, welcome to the new Holistic Whit channel, and I appreciate y'all so much. Please like, tap, share the news with your friends and your family, so we can all holistically be healthy together. And I will see y'all next Wednesday.